You see, I happen to be one of those that would actually prefer that America comes to Nigeria. America should come to Nigeria. I'm one of those that would be very happy if President Donald Trump will keep to his word and invade the forest in the north and flush out these people at whatever cost. At whatever cost. I see some heartless people still thinking and talking about resources. And I ask you, meanwhile, this video is about the fact that Trump is not actually backing down on what he said. So it's not an empty threat. In this video, you will see that there is a progressive discussion and investigation and panels being set. And even Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you know her background recently. Tell me. Is she now a professing Christian or maybe the normal celebrity Christian? Because she's in this video and she appeared in a UN meeting where she addressed this matter and pensively. All right. So maybe I should just allow the videos to play first. First and foremost, let's listen to the very detailed plans and programs that America has and have gone into over this matter. So I am praying and waiting that God will push them to keep to their words.
President Trump continues to ramp up calls for Nigeria to do more to protect Christians in that country. Let's take a closer look at the roots of religious tension there. The country is split into three sections, the north largely Muslim and at least partially governed by Sharia law. The middle belt, which is mixed, and the heavily Christian south. Much of the violence against Christians that we've been hearing about takes place in the northeast region of the country at the hands of jihadist groups like Boko Haram, as well as Fulani militias in the central belt and elsewhere. According to the International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, more than 7,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria this year alone. Some 125,000 in the last 16 years, and more than 19,000 churches burned. So let's bring in Congressman Riley Moore, one of the first lawmakers to bring this to national attention. Good to have you on Fox News Sunday.
Shannon, thanks for having me on.
So I know the president has tapped you and Congressman Tom Cole to look into this. Can you tell us anything about how you'll investigate and what options you may give to the president or what plans he should have for handling this?
Yes, we've already started that investigation, and it's the House Appropriations Committee, and we're working with the other relevant stakeholders in Congress, including the House Foreign Affairs Committee, also working with leadership and their staff as well, to present findings to the president here as soon as we can. And once we have some real ground truth from our perspective, obviously we've been working with the State Department, the NSC as well, and the White House staff, and we're in constant coordination and communication on this issue. But we're going to get to the bottom of this, and obviously the map that you just showed really highlights the tragedy that's going on there, how horrific this is, these killings of these Christians, our brothers and sisters in Christ. But we, and as President Trump has stated, we're going to stop this.
Well, he's talked about potentially boots on the ground there, going in guns a-blazing. But I want to read something from Nigeria's president. He says the characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant doesn't reflect our national reality. Religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of our collective identity and shall always remain so. Nigeria opposes religious persecution and does not encourage it. He says the picture we're getting here is not accurate.
You know, unfortunately, that is completely false. I mean, there are states in Nigeria that have blasphemy laws, people who are facing the death penalty right now for blasphemy against Islam. There's a person currently right now who's held in prison for defending himself from attack from a Muslim militant from the Fulani tribe. He defended himself, and he's facing the death penalty. So, no, there's serious persecution happening in Nigeria. I know the president, Tinubu, is in a difficult position and trying to protect his interests there in that country, but they are complicit in this to one degree or another with statements like this.
So the New York Times says it's not just Christians. They say attacks on Muslims in the country often receive far less attention within Nigeria and globally, even though they have also been killed by the tens of thousands, with groups like Boko Haram preying on Muslim communities. So Is it fair to say that there are other religious minorities, depending on which section of the country, and you're a minority in that particular section of the country, that they are at threat as well?
Look, there are Muslims that are being killed here, but the deaths that we have been able to garner from the facts on the ground, it's 5 to 1. 5 to 1 Christians versus other minorities, other religious affiliations in that country. Now, there are Shia Muslims there. These terrorists are Sunnis, Salafists, who are doing these attacks. So, of course, the Shias are going to also be targeted in this. But it is 5 to 1 Christians who are being killed in Nigeria.
What can the U.S. do quickly? What should we do? Do we have a role in something that seems to be an internal dispute in a different sovereign country?
I think we absolutely do. Look, we're a Christian nation and a nation that believes in values and virtues of standing up for people who are being persecuted. That designation the president just did, a country of particular concern, unlocks 15 different levers that the president can use against that country, sanctions being one of them, withholding development dollars, restricting financing from international institutions. So there's a lot that could be done there, but the president has put all options on the table, including military kinetic action.
Okay, please keep us updated.
All right, so the next video is of Nicki Minaj. And, you know, I was going to ask those of you who are so foolishly engrossed with whatever mineral resources that America wants to come and get. Ross, sis, if America should come because of mineral resources, but then the banditry and the killings of brothers and sisters in the north would stop. Since your government cannot do it, are you not even ashamed that you have a government that is so docile? And one of the ministers went on an international platform, Piers Morgan's platform, to tell very, very blatant, stupid lies. And some of us are so engrossed about mineral resources. Mineral resources. I get it, because some of your pastors are, you know, pushing that narrative. And so because your pastors cannot be wrong, you foolishly want to follow their argument. May I ask you, when was the last time that you benefited from the oil, this oil that Nigeria is known for? When was the last time you actually directly or even indirectly benefited from it? Where I stay, both home and abroad, I give myself water. I give myself light. The roads have been patched up by the community or the dwellers, the occupants of the communities. Security, nothing. Now, there is just nothing you can write home about and you talk of. So what is the benefit of that resources? I'm just asking about oil. All right. The region where the oil is coming from is destroyed, impoverished. And I get it that some of these people who are, spilling this nonsense about the resources are also from that region. Well, I don't know. Okay? Well, I don't know. Now, you talk of the gold, you talk of the soils and what have you. What is it about the resources that is more important than the lives of people? Ain't you stupid? Ain't you brainwashed? Are you not thinking like a foolish person? Yeah. Just because your pastors are saying it, then you want to join them to say it. And I asked somebody, I said, if your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters, or somebody very close to you has been killed in the north, would you be thinking about resources? If you're hiding in the bush, if your village was invaded and you are not living in an IDP camp, will you be talking about resources? Are you that mindless? Are you that heartless? Are you that heartless? Are you that wicked? Resources, my food. What is the business of whatever class of a Nigerian that, like me and you? The resources is not. It benefits you nothing. It is for them. It is for the politicians. What development have they used that to achieve in Nigeria? Tinubu is busy borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. And I beg, now sit down. Let's just hear from Nicki Minaj. Well, I want you to put down here. See, I'm sorry. I'm so emotional about these things and it's making me so angry. It's making me very, very angry when I see people talk like they are eating from their anus. No empathy, no sympathy, nothing. Well, let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Thank you very much and God bless you. See you in the next video. Till then, from me to you. Shalom.
Today we speak of blood. We speak of the blood that still cries from Nigerian soil. This is deeply personal for me, as I know it is for Miss Minaj and her pastor here, Peters Adano, and others. Folks, we have an entire faith that is being erased, one bullet at a time, one torched Bible at a time. Nikki, I can't tell you how much I admire you. You're stepping up. You're leaning into this issue. You've enjoyed amazing success, and you could be sitting back and just enjoying it. You could be just living the good life, but you're willing to come here today and roll up your sleeves, and let's try to solve this. Let's try to save these people. So everyone, please join me in welcoming a daughter of the Caribbean, a champion of the oppressed, and a sister in Christ, Nicki Minaj.
Thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language, culture, or religion, come alive when they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. This isn't about taking sides. This is about standing up in the face of injustice. It's about what I've always stood for my entire career, and I will continue to stand for that. For the rest of my life, I will care if anyone, anywhere, is being persecuted for their beliefs. Thank you.